Thanks, Alex, and Nita, and Steve, and Joe Jacobson for inviting us up here, and all of you for being here. My name is Alexandre Chateaubriand. I am a recent graduate of the Evergreen State College with a degree in applied political science, evolutionary biology, and reading the classifieds. Evergreen was very kind and actually printed a bunch of wanted ads on the back of my degree. I've had a really interesting experience since the last time I spoke with this organization in April at Evergreen and to now. I've moved back home, as Alex alluded to. My father's company moved him to Reno, so I've been staying with my grandmother, who's on Social Security, is self-employed, gets part-time work as a gardener, and is very graciously sharing her roof and what little resources she has to keep me housed as I try and make my first steps into the professional world. And so, on the same vein as Congressman Inslee, I want to thank her because Social Security means a hell of a lot more than just her retirement, because that's not an option for her right now. It means taking care of her family, even at the age of 72. So it's a very personal issue, and I think there's a lot of youth who have that experience who don't have an outlet yet to reach out. That being said, this generation, quote, the millennials, identified as being born between 1980 and 2000, face twice the national average of unemployment. Earlier this year, African Americans our age shouldered a crushing 33% unemployment. That's 1 in every 3. Getting out there and finding a job is definitely a top priority, and trying to educate ourselves to be a part of the workforce, to pay into this system, is a top priority. In 1969, average cost of attendance for a 4-year university was under $2,000. You had to work 17 hours a week to make that. Now the average is closer to a little above 20,000. You have to work 47 hours a week to make that. And I do want to point out that Social Security used to apply to college tuition. In 1965, it was amended to be, if you were a dependent child of on survivor benefits or a disabled worker in your home, you got Social Security benefits to go to college. But it was ended because there was too much federal aid for students already. So I wanted to take a moment just to paint that picture, but I also wanted to say that I believe what I've heard today, and I've heard it as people have walked the halls and talked, students need to be more out there. Kids need to pay attention to this. This is important. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the energy I hear from all of you is absolutely fantastic. I think the motivation is there. Now what's the outlet? And I think the outlet is meetings like this, putting together our best ideas. It's also cross-advocacy. This is something that we talked a bit about in April. One of the things, I interned in the state legislature with Senator Jim Castema. And one of the fascinating things I learned there was, you get a lot of people who come in and lobby on things you're not really surprised to hear them lobbying on. Students don't want higher tuition. Seniors want secure retirement. These are true. It's not very exciting because you hear it every day. But when someone came in and came down on the side of an issue you weren't expecting, or a priority that you didn't really expect to see from them, the legislators' ears picked up every time. And they became much more interested. They wanted to know why that person was there and why this mattered to them. And it was something that they would then talk about later on. I saw it at every meeting. And so the idea occurred to me, why not have students lobby for secure retirement? And why not have seniors lobby for better higher education?
Yeah.
It's an unlikely coalition, no doubt. But I think it's one that can work. I think we have a very real investment in Social Security and Medicare. But it's not one that's easily drawn. And I believe that the senior lobby has a real investment in higher education and getting an educated workforce out there, because that's going to be what sustains this program. That's going to be what sustains this country. You know, I hear a lot of talk on the news from the federal government, all these congressmen who say, it's an entitlement, we need to make sure we rein it under control, and you know, it's gotten away from us and all that stuff. And Social Security is not an entitlement. Social Security is the just requirement of a civil society.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here today. I know we'll be here after the event, so if you want to talk to us at any time, please come. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.